Hello and welcome back. My name is Matt Ladder and today we're going to continue our Pillars of Eternity Let's Play. So, in the last video we've managed to set up our character, which as you can see right here, is a Paladin of the Kind Wayfarers. We are Savannah folk and we grew up in the White that Wents as an explorer. So, we've talked with Odima in the last video at the end of it, and we are tasked with refilling the water for the caravan and also finding some spring berries so that the sickness that afflicts us finally goes away. So, let's continue.
Sure.
Oops, accidentally clicked the scouting mode. My bad. So,
quiet.
we're supposed to go to
Anyone
Hyoden.
need supplies? I've got sundry.
You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat clothes. He is transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't gotten quite used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's first ask him who he is.
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
So we're mostly going to go for passionate, compassion, friendliness, that kind of stuff. It fits my kind of playstyle well anyways, and also it gives us bonuses for the class we play. So with an outlook like that, I'm sure you'll do well. We'll see, I suppose. I'm just trying to do the right by my family.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
So first of all, let's see what he's got. We've got a few items already in our inventory since I've got the pre-order bonuses. We'll take a look at that in a moment. So far there's nothing in here that really strikes me as something I definitely need. So let's exit out again and go to our inventory. So we are currently having a padded armor. We have the Cloak of the Obsidian Order, which is just a cool bit of, well, optional clothing, you could say. Next we have the Tiny Obsidian Worm. It is a pet. Let's put it down here and see how it looks in game. And lastly we get Gaunt's Pledge. It's, I believe, the only item in the pre-order stuff that gives you some proper gameplay benefits. In this case we gain twice per rest a bit of endurance. It's not game breaking, but it's something nice to start with. So Kalisha, she has a scale armor, and weapon wise a battle axe and a torch. We are running around with our greatsword. Let's see if we can maybe get a better armor.
Something else you need?
Does he even have a better armor? We have the padded one with DR4. Well, we could try to go for Brigandine, but we'd need to sell a lot of stuff, probably. Let's see about that. How can I... Tap. Right. Any other people of note in here? Well, there's this here. These tall glass-green pillars appear as if they have sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within. And there's also a few things in here.
I've got it. I'll get it open.
We don't have someone who can take care of that. How about here? Oh, this is open. A potion of minor regeneration and a bit of money. Not bad. So heads up, when we're out of combat and nothing interesting is happening, I will most likely speed up to double speed. Fast mode. Here's Sparfle
I'll have
again.
your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
So I like to explore a lot, so be prepared for that to happen quite a bit. Because there's always stuff to find. Travelers maybe, or looters, or bandits. But sign anyway you figure it. Let's loot. Anything else down here? The corpse is cold to the touch, and a ripe smell wafts from its putrid waves. A dark crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing. So let's see, is this... Yes, this is better. Ooh, and looks better as well. I like. Let's go across the river here. Fallen lantern is never good. Some mushrooms. Always good to have.
This is recent.
Ooh.
Not good.
The footprints around the campfire are indistinct and may have been here for days or longer. And there's a bottle. It's beer. You'll have to take that one, obviously. Okay, this side is explored. Let's move up here then. Here, no.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
But before we do that, alright, let's go here. Some more shrooms. Ooh, a young wolf. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see, maybe we should set her as an aggressive, and other than that... Yeah, I think we may just be able to take that one down. Oh, normally. I may need to mug about with the auto pause settings a little bit. Just be aware of that. Yep. This turned out to be rather easy. And now we get something. A wolf hide. I like that.
This is it.
And we have the spring berries. Udima says you've had some interesting travels. Ah, right, now it's where we get to define our background a little bit more. Yeah, I lived out on the frontier for a time. Yeah, how is it you happened to come here? It was too quiet a life. I was looking for something more. Hazards of lifestyle, I suppose. You had to expect it was a possibility, no matter how much you didn't want it to be that way. Alicia breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle, like the rest of the lot? No, I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with the big cities, just a little ways further up the same road. Where are you headed? Let's see, what do we take here? I'll probably wander for a while. I couldn't judge you for that. Been half my life. Just watch yourself, you get too far off the beaten path. These lands are wild, and in more ways than one. Anyways, I'm wasting time here. Odima will give you an earful. Let's be on your way. Let's ask about her. Why is she here? Alicia sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister's moved out here, some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried. But that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out. And that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in, that place. But I'd do anything for her as she is, well, she's a much better woman than me. So I'm here, and we'll see. Odima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Let's ask her about herself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Durwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands, so I got a brother in Rothay and another in Adir. My sister's in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. So what can you tell me about the Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of Adir Empire. Broke off after war some years back. The locals here are feisty and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now, but somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Hey, let's get back to the camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfel's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way, come on. Let's get you your water. Before we do that, let's explore up here real quick. Path winds through a narrow canyon back
Shouldn't stray too far.
There she interrupts me. This path winds through a narrow canyon back the way you came. Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans. Okay, let's go to Sparfel.
What a surprise. Sparfel went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. We've gained the full water sash. Out of the treach emerges Sparfel, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with a labored breath.
Sparfel? Are you alright?
Sparfel's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. So, let's kill some people, huh?
Ambush!
So this time, let's use some abilities.
What you need?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, she killed her enemy. And there they go.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
But before we go back to camp, let's loot a little bit. Some money is always nice. Ah, wrong way. Up here first. And that doesn't look good, huh? Let's use our abilities. And yeah, need to change something. Finish the ability. Yes, change. Now we don't get annoyed every single time they finish an ability. Okay, one enemy down.
Let's go.
Let's knock that guy down as well, if we can. Apparently we couldn't. Another one down. Okay, let's take out the slow mode. Come on, die. There we go. That's a lot of stuff to loot. Which means a lot of stuff to sell. Maybe? All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hills, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Alicia puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, striking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard, tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of a man you recognize as Hewden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. So, we can ask them why. We can tell them, being diplomatic, that the ruins have not been sullied by our hands. We have not trespassed. We merely wish to pass through, being honest. We can be diplomatic. And we can be passionate, and passion is our thing. Murderers, you will pay for each life. Death willed by the gods is not murder but righteousness. You have trespassed in places of which no mortal man is worthy. The debt is not ours to pay, but yours. So I say again, lay down your arms. Okay, a whole lot of stuff we can do here. Most of them based on attributes apparently. And I think we're going to use lore, perhaps? Judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I am guessing you're a worshipper of Gallowayne. Gallowayne told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Actually, let's go with might. No, perception. Your courage is a mask. None of you has yet slain a true warrior. The man's brow creases, questioning. We have killed many trespassers like you. Your kills are sloppy. The wounds on these people are inefficient and off-target. This is the work of untested men accustomed to carelessness. The man bares his teeth. He looks at Hewden, helpless, his eyes shut tightly for the killing blow. The man spits. We'll see whose courage is a mask. He shoves Hewden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hewden's torso. Hewden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. So there we go. We now have Hewden in our party. He is, I believe, a rogue. Yes, first level rogue. What can he do? Second wind and a blinding strike. Let's take it up against their leader.
How can I help?
And since they are so nicely coming close to us, let's engage them a bit more. And use my abilities here. Sorry for the misclicks. Knock him down. Yeah, nice. He'll not keep standing for long. There we go. Dude is dead. Let's use another, what it's called, Flames of Devotion. And you knock down the guy to the right here. There we go. Nice. That was nice. Went better than expected at the end. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eye roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
And that we do. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off of your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of the weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With the last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hewden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rock, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hewden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hewden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Yeah, let's throw the weapon. Fuck it. Your aim is true and hits, and the hit jars Hewden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hewden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hewden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside a cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stone before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Go.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Hewden's jaw tightens. He nods. So, a moment's respite.
Right.
So, this is the best moment to cut off the second episode. We are not yet done with the whole of the prologue. I think we'll get there by the next session for sure. So thanks again for watching. I hope you've had some fun. Comment, like, subscribe if you want. And I hope to see you in the next time. See ya!